we're talking about Moses in the promised land, and this is some pretty deep theological nerdery, actually. Let's do it. Mom, what happened the first time Moses brought water forth for the people to drink in the wilderness?
The first time was in Exodus. God told Moses to strike the rock and water would come forth for the people to drink.
And then what happened the second time?
The second time is in Numbers. God tells Moses to speak to the rock and water will come forth.
So the first time Moses is told to strike the rock, and the second time Moses is told to speak to the rock. What happened the second time when Moses didn't speak to the rock?
Instead of speaking to the rock, he struck it for water.
So Moses disobeyed God and struck the rock twice.
Yes.
Okay, so Paul talks about this in 1 Corinthians. What does Paul say about the rock in the wilderness?
Paul tells us that that rock was Christ.
So in the Old Testament, if Christ was represented by the rock, and the first time Moses strikes it, and the second time he was to speak to it, what's our theological takeaway?
Well, if the rock represented Christ, who was sacrificed once, then he was not to be struck a second time. You could say, since Christ was struck once for all on Calvary, now when we want water, we speak, we ask for it.
What does Jesus say to do?
Well, he says, "Come to me and I'll give you living water."